My shepherd, I have a Fabergé egg made especially for you. And look, inside, a little replica of Angus, your favorite goat.
You're late. Take a seat. What is trust? Trust is having confidence in the honesty of another. That will be our weapon to change the world. Who do I trust? Animals. They never let me down, and they follow my commands blindly. The question I now have is, can I trust you to behave like them? Open the boxes in front of you. These rings will be the symbol of membership to my flock. Put them on, and you will share in our successes. But break my trust, and inside you will find my final gift to you.
A tortoise? Am I not worthy of a better animal?
Rasputin, I have a bear. I will happily exchange it with you.
Yes, Princip. I will be the great bear of Russia.
Take what you believe is yours. And by all means, treat our shepherd with the same respect you hold for that joke of a man who calls himself your Tsar.
Go ahead, Rasputin. Take it. I dare you.
No, Martha and Derek, we are a team. And
Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise and glory and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Abishai, Bahashem, Kakwadash. I want to give double honor to the Apostle Great Millstone who wrote well and teach well. I'm going to give also a mighty shalom to all the Akim and Aqua stand rooted in this faith and truth. This is your brother Ayawal from the Gary branch of Great Millstone, coming at you again with another video, man. And today, I want to just speak on pretty much Esau, Edom, and their crafty devices, because I was watching probably Spider-Man a few days back, and it gave me the inspiration because he was talking to one of the professors, and he said, what is this device? All right, and the device that they were speaking about was HARP. If you know anything about HARP, it's pretty much the weather machine where they can make false clouds or different type of things like that with the chemtrails, right? So they showed that, and they said that the reason that they didn't release it was because it can get turned into the wrong hands, become a deadly, pretty much tool, a device, right? And that's exactly what Esau have done with these items. You have to realize that a lot of the stuff that they do isn't for the good of the earth. It's for wickedness. If they do good, it's because they didn't mean to, all right? So I want to start with Psalms 83, and Lord willing, we go through the spirit, and this is edifying, right? Okay? So, it says, matter of fact, we can just start from the top. It says Psalms 83 and 1. It says, keep not thou silence, O Yahweh. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Yahweh. For lo, thy enemies make a tumult, and they hate thee. They have lifted up the head. Right? So first off, which I'm trying to get better at, let's go into that word tumult. Correct. It's like a hedge. Commotion, uproar, disorder, disturbance. So they're making an uproar. They're making a disturbance. You have to realize that they don't want us in power, because us in power means that they're in servitude. The end of Esau is the beginning of Jacob. It says, and he also cursed him and said, you shall serve your younger brother. Right? It says, but I also says, for lo, thy enemies. So yes, you have the head honcho of the group, the main bully, the big dog, the one that everybody else follows. That is Esau, Edom. But then you have all these other nations that have also had us in servitude that are right there with them, saying pretty much with Esau, Edom in rulership and Jacob not in rulership, we're still getting a piece of that American pie, or a piece of that pretty much the prize, right? So they get this great tumult. They gather together at these summits, right? And then they go through ideas, different things to understand, okay, how can we bring Jake down? What's another tool that we can implement in order to try to get rid of Jake? But you have to realize that you can't get rid of Jake. None of the things that they will try will be able to harm us. It says, give me one moment. Let me look this up. Give me one moment. I'm on my computer looking it up. Give me one moment. Oh, I got it. Why isn't this? Okay, so as I looked that up, I'm gonna continue to go through, but it's pretty much saying, pretty much, it's roughly paraphrasing. It's no spell or witchcraft that will be able to harm Jake, because it's all in the Lord's power. Everything that happens is in the Lord's hands. Whatever happens to you in your day-to-day life is because the Lord wanted it to happen to you. So for us to be in slavery to Esau, Edom, a weaker person, a weaker human, due to the fact, if you understand what I'm saying, it's because the Lord gave us into their hands. This wasn't of their own doing. So everything that also happens is of the Lord's doing. Did he not say the deceived and deceiver are mine? Right? So all of these things which Esau, Edom is proud of and believe that they did on their own is the Lord giving them that inch. He's only letting them do so much. It's just like when he let Satan back in the book of Job. He said, go test Job, but don't touch him, roughly paraphrasing, right? So he did all types of things. He was messing up things around him, but he was never able to touch him, and his faith never wavered. Esau, Edom, on the other hand, is doing it on a more wicked scale, where they're messing up things around you, but they're also trying to kill you slowly, from your food, to the air, to the water, everything that's around you. You might think that it's good for you, but it's not. It says, here we go. Give me one moment. Isaiah 5:20. Give me one moment. I'll pull it up on my phone so you guys can see it too. It says, woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, and put darkness for light and light darkness, and that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. So everything around us has been switched up. All of the things that we believe to be good is really harming us. So from your day-to-day lives to what you're putting in your system, to what you're putting in front of you, what you're seeing, to what you're breathing in, it's all corrupt, right? But yet they will tell you that these things are good for you. You go to the dentist, they say tap water is good for you, but it's not. It breaks down your enamel in your teeth. It also has different type of minerals stripped out of it. Different things that is actually good for you, it's not in there. The water that's coming out your tap is not alkaline, right? But these are the things that they're doing in order to forward our affliction. These are the things in order to forward their agenda, because they believe that by doing these things that the Lord won't come back for us, right? They're doing these things that we will never turn back to the Lord, right? But they didn't bank on the Spirit. They didn't bank on the Holy Spirit. Okay? It says, let's go back. Stay on topic. Salakia. It says, they have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones. Okay? If we go into NLT, matter of fact, that's what I was going to do too. We can start back at 2. Forgive me. It says, don't you hear the uproar of your enemies? Don't you see your arrogant enemies are rising up? They devise crafty schemes against your people. They conspire against your precious ones. So you have to get your people. This is speaking of Israel as a whole, but your special ones is that special group. Your elect, that remnant. So they're doing all of these things at the times when people are asleep, 3 a.m., 2 a.m., or when they have these summits, and pretty much saying, what can we do in order to get rid of them? What can we do in order to get rid of the nation of Israel so that we can continue to thrive as the ruling power, right? That's what all of these heathens are thinking. But What they don't realize is the Lord already has this whole movie planned out. Everything that you are trying to do to us is going to get flipped onto you. Everything that you're trying to do in order to forge your agenda is going to end up corrupting it. So pretty much what I mean is the things that you're trying to put in place, you're not realizing that, yeah, you may put them in place, and yeah, you might think, I'm almost there, I'm almost there, I'm almost there. But as soon as you get close enough, the Lord going to knock you out. He's going to destroy everything and show you that you're just a man. It says, they have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. In the NLT, it says, come. They say, let us wipe out Israel as a nation. We will destroy the very memory of its existence. But not the Lord say that Israel is like the sand of the sea. If you go to the sand, you can't get rid of it. It's everywhere. And when you pick it up, you let it drop down. Each speckle is just like Israel. We're just like, sorry to say it, and don't take no offense, we're just like cockroaches. You could try to kill us, you can't kill us. We just gonna multiply and come back 10 times harder. You try to put us into poverty, what do? We make the poverty look good. You try to feed us bad food, what do? They make the bad food taste good. Now it's still not good for you. But the point is, everything that you're throwing at us, Jake knows how to, what's the word? Adapt. All right? Let's look at that word adapt. It says to fit something for some purpose. It says adjust, to fit, to join, to undergo modification so it's fit new circumstances. To undergo modification to fit new circumstances. So as the things are changing, Jake is changing. Whatever you're throwing at us, we find a way around it. Right? It says, for they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. So they have made this big alliance to pretty much say, all right, bet. The goal at hand is to get rid of them. We get rid of them, then we can have the whole world to ourselves. Right? And that's what they've been doing this whole time. Yes, they may have you distracted with bread and circus, which you got March Madness going on. You got NBA Finals finna come up. You got voting. You got these new TV shows dropping this, that, and the third. Every day-to-day life things. But you don't realize that over yonder, there's a hot war at this point, boiling, ready to pop. You have the dollar losing value and gold, pretty much being the North front runner. America's dollar is no more going to be the number one fiat. It's being devalued. At any point, the economic system can collapse. Then what would you do? You have alliances being formed against Esau, Edom, right? And I'll get that too. Alliances getting formed against Esau, Edom. The people that were once at bay with thee, they've changed. They turned against you, right? So you're seeing everybody pretty much telling U.S. like, nah, bro, we don't need you no more. You want some? Hey, get in line. Now you got to pay us what we worth, right? So let's go to the book of Obadiah. It says, Obadiah 1:7, because it goes right with it. It says, all the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee. So this whole time, they were only at peace with you because they feared you. They weren't at peace because they were actually liking you, you were friends. They were at peace with you in order to survive. But now that they realize what you did wrong was you gave them everybody a piece of what you had that made you the front runner. You're not special anymore. The thing that had everybody in fear of you, everybody has now. And now they all gang up against you. What do you have? Yes, you may have what they have, but do you have as many as they have? Do you have a sufficient enough in order to fulfill your goal? No. It says, and prevailed against thee, and they eat thy bread, have laid a wound under thee, and there is no understanding in them. It says, all your allies will turn against you. They will help to chase you from your land. They will promise you peace while plotting to deceive and destroy you. Your trusted friends will set traps for you, and you won't even know about it. And this is what they've been doing the whole time, gradualism. See, Esau Edom got so comfortable that they didn't see what was going on right underneath their nose. Now you have Russia, China, all these different powers coming together against thee and putting all the pawns in place. So when it's time for the game to get set, it's gonna be set game match for you. But then at the same time, it's gonna be set game match for them too, because in the middle of all of that, we already know what's gonna happen. The Lord's gonna come back. Right? So I'm sorry for the detour, but I just had to get that. Because it was pretty much going into what's gonna happen. So it says my next one, forgive me. Yep, I like that one. Salakia. There we go. Okay, it says, Job 5 and verse 12. It says, he disappointed the devices of the crafty so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. He frustrates the plans of the schemers so the work of their hands will not succeed. So all of the things that you believe that are going to happen is going to bring down. The place that you set it high, you put your nest in the sky, he's bringing that down. Them satellites. All the things, your warfare is nothing to the Lord. He gave it to you. Your status, he lifteth up and he putteth down. He exalts. The Lord doeth all. Right? But yet you feel like you don't need the Lord. Okay. Just because the Lord is quiet right now, he's letting you build that debt. He's marking a tab on every little thing you're doing. He was there. He's been watching. He's here now. Right? So when the time comes and that judgment comes and that gavel hit, you can't sit there and say, well, I didn't do that, Lord. They did that. Well, the Lord's going to bring to account that, well, they only did this because you made them do this. Oh, Lord, they ate pork. You put pork in their food and said it wasn't pork. Oh, Lord, they now wearing solid, what's it called, one whole fabric. You're making mixed fabrics. It's like it. All of these things that you're doing in order to push the affliction of Jacob and try to put that division between us and the Lord is not going to work. You have to realize that, yes, the Lord was mad at us, but through Yahweh Shai, we're going to get that adoption back, right? So now we're just going through the process of being built up in order to understand how to rule. We're learning through you and all your mistakes in order to what not to do once we get the kingdom, right? So yes, you may have won the battle, but you have not won the war, Esau. You have not won it no way near. It's like it. See verse 13. And I was just telling you that. It says, he taketh the wise in their own craftiness, and the counsel of the forward is carried headlong. And the NLT it says, he traps the wise in their own cleverness, so their cunning schemes are thwarted. So let's look up that word thwarted. Salakia. Oh, if I haven't said that wrong, I might have. It says, perverse, angry, cross, twisted. So that their schemes are twisted. So pretty much the things that you think you're putting, roughly paraphrasing, the things that you're building up to use against us is going to turn back against you. The ICBM nuclear missiles, they're going to turn back against you. It's going to be like a mighty archer who shoots his arrow and it should not miss his mark. Why? Because the Lord is going to be guiding those missiles. Right? Because of what you did. It's only a matter of time before you have to pay for your crimes. These are the things that are going on. See, Israel doesn't realize, yes, there's a carnal battle going on, but there's even a greater battle than the carnal. It's the spiritual battle. It's the battle of, let's get it. I got two of them. We're going to get Ephesians chapter 6, verse. Yep. We're going to get Ephesians 6, verse. We're going to go straight to it. Matter of fact, yeah, we'll go straight to it. Then I'll get 1 Corinthians if I'm correct. It says Ephesians 6 and verse 12. It says, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. So, yes, it might be a small carnal battle, but the actual battle is spiritual. And we've been at war without even understanding it. So how do you fight the spirit? With the spirit, right? So by us gathering all this wisdom and knowledge and understanding and building ourselves up and coming back to the Lord and preaching His word, we're breaking down those strongholds. We're breaking down all those vain divinations, them false prophecies, them false things. Oh, the Lord's not coming back. Knocking that down. A lot of things that you hear, you tell people prove the scriptures, they can't. But you come ask, Lord willing, a man of the Lord, right? And he can bring you multiple verses to break down what's going to happen or what is going on, right? These are the things you have to understand, that Esau already said it since Jacob and Esau. He says, for I will mourn my father, but then I will kill my brother Jacob. And that's been his agenda ever since. That's his whole motive, to try to get rid of us and take the birthright back. Salakia. Try to get rid of us and take the birthright back. But it's not going to happen. Why? Because if you scroll back up, it says, finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of Yahweh, that you may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. And it says, put on all of Yahweh's armor so that you will be able to stand firm against all strategies of the devil. So every angle that he comes at, you're just going to be team like defend. Oh, you think I didn't see that behind me? And any type of different way, you're going to be there in order to stop it through the Lord. Right? You just have to go through the process. It's all types of different things that are going on that we just don't see. I think it was 1 Corinthians. Let me see. Okay, my stuff just froze. Salakia. It's 1 Corinthians 15. Oh, I understand. Two-edged sword, is it? No, it's not this one. Yep, gotcha. It says, 2 Corinthians 10 and verse 3. For though we walk in the flesh, we do not war after the flesh. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through Yahweh, the pulling down of strongholds. What are these strongholds? These lies, these things that we've been taught, indoctrinated with. All of those different things that we grow up believing, through the Lord, we are bringing all those things down. Did not the Lord say, the truth shall set you free? It's setting us free, one by one. The more you sup with the Lord, the more he's building you up and killing off that old man. The more he's breaking down you. That's why he said come back as a newborn babe. What do babes? Babes don't have any knowledge. All they are is a sponge soaking up the correct doctrine, soaking up whatever they're getting taught. It says train up a child and they shall surely not depart. So what is the Lord doing? He's training us up. We're coming back as newborn babes, so we're a child in his eyes. And he's training us up so that we surely don't depart no more. And we won't depart no more because we're going to get those new bodies, that new covenant. It says, casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalts itself against the knowledge of Yahweh, and bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of Hamashiach. Right? So we're destroying all of those strongholds, all of those obstacles, those things that are holding us back. We're getting rid of them. This is the straight gate. And as we're going through, you might fall, you might trip. What are you gonna do? You got to get back up. You got to keep going, right? Why? Because the Lord is with you. All right. And one of my favorite scriptures, I literally seen it once, and ever since, I can't forget it. Right? It says, Isaiah 41 and verse 9. Though whom I have taken from the ends of the earth and called from the chief men thereof, and said unto thee, Thou art my servant. I have chosen thee and not cast thee away. So yes, the Lord might have turned his back on us, but he didn't cast us away. He's always been here with us. All those times that you wondered, like, damn, how did that work out? It was the Lord. Damn, how did I survive that? It was the Lord. It's countless times I just knew once I got to the truth, the Lord was always there for me. And I'm truly appreciative. Different times, time and time again, the Lord never failed. If anybody else failed, the Lord never failed. So what should I do? It's my due diligence in order to do the same thing that he's doing for me. Fighting. I have to fight for the Lord the same way the Lord fights for me. I have to stand strong for the Lord's will the same way the Lord is still strong for me. My brother died for me. He died for me and all my people, right? And that's not a small token. A lot of people might say, I'll die for you. But would they actually do it? When that time comes, would they actually do it? But he actually did it. So what better is for us to do? You have to realize what is time to somebody that's going to be immortal. So yes, we might be going through it now, but give up your life, man. What is this life? Slaving, eating foul things that really are just defiling you and breaking you down, being in aching and groaning bodies, seeing wickedness all around us, seeing adultery, seeing fornication, all different type of things. These things isn't what the Lord wanted. But yet we have to go through it every day. And that's why it says with much knowledge comes much sorrow. Because you're starting to understand what the fuck is really going on. Excuse my French. But you're really starting to understand what's going on. Right? So yes, this is what you have to do, brothers and sisters. Understand what is at hand. Understand what Esau Edom is trying to do. Because you have to realize that you might slack, but Esau Edom ain't missing a beat, my boy. He ain't missing one step. You see, it even says that... Salakia. Yep, that's my one. I gotta stop trying to cancel this, bro. It says... Proverbs 4:16, for they sleep not except they have done mischief, and their sleep is taken away unless they cause some to fall. So you have to realize that they don't even feel right unless they doing what they gotta do, and you should feel the same way. Unless you did what you were supposed to do for the day and earned your keep, you should not feel right. Fight. Go back to this Isaiah, and then we can close it up. You have to have that discernment, brothers and sisters. Stay aware. Don't go back to as a dog returns to his vomit. He woke you up. Stay woke. Don't go back to sleep. Don't get lackadaisical. Don't lollygag, because it will cost your life. This thing is no joke. Isaiah 41 and verse 10. It says, fear thou not, for I am with thee. He's with us. Where two or more are gathered in his name, there he is. Angels camp around them that fear the Lord. Who has failed fearing the Lord? Those who have died and become martyrs for the Lord are the ones that are going to get their crowns first. Right? It says, fear thou not, for I am with thee. Be not dismayed, for I am thy power. I will strengthen thee, yea, I will uphold thee, yea, I will strengthen thee, yea, I will help thee, yea, I will uphold thee with the right hand of my righteousness. Who's the right hand of his righteousness? Yahweh Shai. Do you believe in the words that the Lord is telling you? Do you believe in these things? If not, you need to ask more faith and do a little more research. Because the Lord is not a liar, man. Everything he says that will happen, will happen. So stay on your swivel. Stay upon your watch. Because it's going to get... Before you know it, it's going to become that time where we can't even watch these videos no more. It's going to come that time where the Bible's outlawed. It's going to become that time where it's uproars of the people. Commotions everywhere. The dollar drop. So while the time is hot, get it, man. Get as much as you can. Build it up. Just like a bear in the winter. A squirrel in the winter. Build up what is needed. That wisdom and knowledge. So when the time comes, you will be able to stand firmly, right? So with that, I want to give all praise and glory and honor to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem Rikak Kudash. I'm gonna give double honors to the Apostle of Great Millstones once again, man. And a mighty shalom to all the Akim and Aqua stand rooted in the faith. Kwam Yasharala.